Ever since Disney bought Star Wars in 2013, the Star Wars fandom has been abrush with multiple fan theories, some of which make a lot of sense, while others, not so much. To be clear, for this video I will be going over what I consider to be decommissioned fan theories. That is, fan theories which have largely been proven false through one way or another, usually through the release of a new movie. And I'm not saying that the people who came up with these theories are dumb, but the theories themselves are lacking a few brain cells. But believe me, I'm sure you're going to find a theory on this list that at one point you even considered. This list is in no particular order, so please don't consider this to be a ranking, but without further ado, let's get started with our first pick. In late 2014, we were treated to a teaser trailer for Episode 7, The Force Awakens, over a year before its debut in December of 2015. In this trailer, we saw a new hooded figure with a unique lightsaber which was unstable. The identity of this dark side antagonist was at this moment unknown, as the cast list had been released, however no roles were actually attributed to any of the actors, which led many to believe that Luke Skywalker was Kylo Ren. The evidence for this, you might ask? Well, Luke Skywalker was nowhere to be found in any of the promotional images, including a giant landscape poster for The Force Awakens which featured virtually everyone else in the cast. Apart from this, he was not in a single trailer, neither the first teaser, the second teaser, or the official trailer for The Force Awakens, leading many people to believe that Mark Hamill, who was on the official cast list for Episode 7, would be playing the Darksider himself.
Amazing. Every word of what you just said was wrong.
This is especially odd considering that Adam Driver, the person who did play Kylo Ren in the sequel trilogy, had already begun doing press tours going to military bases and promoting the film, as he was a retired Marine. There was little rhyme or reason to this fan theory, it just was incredibly prevalent throughout everything. If you look on any Star Wars post that featured anything regarding The Force Awakens back in late 2014 to early 2015, it was very clear that a large portion of the fan base thought that Kylo Ren would be Luke Skywalker underneath the mask. Again, despite the fact that Adam Driver had already come out as the actor. The logic behind this was that Luke had become disillusioned after Return of the Jedi, much like he did in Legends, and that he would eventually don the title of Sith Lord. Traitor! However, when The Force Awakens came out, this fan theory was quickly put to rest, as Adam Driver was very clearly the man behind the mask. Let's move on to our second fan theory.
Weakness, properly manipulated, can be a sharp tool.
When the main antagonist for The Force Awakens, and of course the rest of the sequel trilogy, was revealed to be Supreme Leader Snoke, it didn't stop anybody from theorizing who this person might be, despite the fact that J.J. Abrams had said that we had never seen Snoke before and he was an entirely new and original character. This didn't stop people from saying that he was none other than Darth Plagueis. Truth be told, there was several fan theories that said that Snoke was several different people, including but not limited to Mace Windu, Darth Vader, and Darth Sidious himself, which, according to The Rise of Skywalker, may or may not be true. These theories were so strong and the fandom was so dead set in the idea that Snoke was Plagueis that these theories actually persisted after his death in The Last Jedi, with people continuing to believe that he was Darth Plagueis. The logic, while sparse, had a bit of weight to it. Many fans really wanted to see some prequel trilogy action and lore inside of the sequel trilogy, instead of just the typical original trilogy pandering that we had seen with Star Wars up until that point.
You were unbalanced, bested by a girl who had never held a lightsaber. You failed!
After the Clone Wars was cancelled, Rebels took its place, and the new Battlefront game only featured modes from the original trilogy. It's understandable why many Star Wars fans were thirsting for something from the prequel trilogy. Nonetheless, in The Rise of Skywalker, Snoke was revealed to simply be created by Darth Sidious. Let's move on to our third and final theory.
One man couldn't have done this alone.
This theory comes from none other than Solo: A Star Wars Story, a theory which had almost no evidence whatsoever, even less than Darth Plagueis being Snoke, yet it still persisted, and while it didn't capture as large of an audience as the other two theories that I've mentioned, it still remained very present in the fandom nonetheless. The theory? Boba Fett would be the main antagonist of Solo: A Star Wars Story. The evidence? Well, blink and you'll miss it. You see that Mandalorian armor in the back of Dryden Voss's yacht? When people see Mandalorian armor, they automatically think of Boba Fett, something which even took us into The Mandalorian, with, of course, many of the first trailers and teaser images, people thinking that the main character of The Mandalorian would be Boba Fett instead of Din Djarin. But we're talking about Solo now. The second piece of evidence, which was circulated rapidly throughout Instagram and on Reddit with Star Wars leaks, was this shot. Oh, you didn't see it? Well, here, let me slow it down for you and zoom in a little bit. You see that rock that's flying behind the Millennium Falcon? Believe it or not, many people believe that this was the Slave One, and concrete enough evidence to circulate the theory that Boba Fett would be a major character and a major player in Solo: A Star Wars Story. Obviously, for the 12 people who went and saw the movie in theaters, you know that Boba Fett was nowhere to be found in Solo: A Star Wars Story. Nonetheless, it is odd that people would so vehemently think that he was in the movie. But what are your guys' thoughts? Are there any Star Wars fan theories that are currently proven to be incorrect, but that you did find a little bit of humor and entertainment from?
Truly wonderful the mind of a child is.
Comment your thoughts below, let me know. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you again next time.